Here, let's try that again. One of these days, I'll get it all to work normally and happily. Hi, I'm Nicole for Positive Impact for Mind and Body. And I am always kind of like trying to figure out last minute logistics with my earbuds. And so I apologize. Happy belated Women's Day. I know a lot of people who are members on Positive Impact Life are actually women. I'm one of them. I think it's a unique time that we have a Women's Day. Was there a Women's Day last year? Anyone? Bueller? Last year, I don't remember there being a Women's Day, but I'm kind of happy there is one this year. I think it's a big testament to how strong women are, how we have come such a long way in life and in our cultural history. I'm very excited to have known and worked with so many phenomenal women, really, really just blessed with great people. You know, I've experienced the other kind of people too, but I really enjoyed working with a lot of great women over the years, and just really wondering and marveling at, you know, what makes them so great. And one I think is objectivity. Another is compassion. Another is calling their own shit, you know, like being able to say, oh, you know, I screwed up. I'm really sorry about that. Or just knowing that maybe, you know, you need a little more attention and understanding than what, you know, whoever your spouse is at home, you can rely on another woman for. And I think that empathy is beautiful and that compassion is beautiful. We have a lot to be proud of. I think most women I know, by the time they get to my age or your age, you've probably experienced a lot in life. I mean, I think back about, I was talking about a different business that I had started many years ago. It was like a care for the caregivers type of business. And I really enjoyed that. I worked in television. I worked in film. I have 3 beautiful boys. They're all intelligent, super smart, and, you know, funny and beautiful, beautiful people, human beings. And I just have a lot to be grateful for that I've accomplished. And I think any woman who has come into this point in their life, maybe late 40s, early 50s, you know, you have something to look back and say, you know, I contributed. I did the best I could. And I'm still contributing, and I'm still reinventing myself, and I'm still doing things that no one ever thought I would do. So, you know, God bless you if you are also on your path and creating the best you can possibly create. Along the same lines, that's a nice segue for, are your subconscious beliefs and thoughts sabotaging your goals? For as much as I have accomplished on my own, I'm sure you have accomplishments too, and feel free to type those in the chat if you feel really proud about something that you've accomplished in your life. And I have so much that I've been so blessed over the years to be able to write. I've written a book, I've done artwork, you know, name your things, helped in the creation of 3 boys, whatever. Certain things, I think, no matter how accomplished you are, may still be eluding you. And that is a conversation I just had with a client. And this is a weird thing too lately. Maybe I mentioned this the last time. In the last 2 weeks, I've had, like, I don't know, now it's got to be 6 or 7 different clients from 10 years ago come back. It's very gratifying, very nice, that they want to get readings in Reiki and train again. So that's very nice. But, you know, I was just talking to one of my clients about how, I said, do you remember client A, that you came to me for this about 10 years ago? So what's going on? You know, and this is one of the things I've been journaling about and writing about and researching, is why people continuously come back for the same problem they had 10 years ago, 7 years ago, 5 years ago. What is this? You know, what is this? How do you know when your subconscious mind is actively working against you and your goals and aspirations? How do you know? Anyone have any thoughts? You could type. Okay. This is how you know. When a circumstance in your life repeats itself over and over and over again, that's the first way that you know. The second way that you know is that you may have initiated everything you could possibly have initiated to start the change, to create the change that you want in your life, but nothing seems to stick, nothing seems to work. So you know the right things to do, you're actively doing them, but for some reason it doesn't work. And the third way that you know your subconscious mind is acting out and kind of creating circumstances that you don't really want in your life, or repeating the same mistakes, is when you are not only experiencing it over and over again, but you can identify it in someone else in a heartbeat, right? You could tell right away when someone else is carrying out the wrong subconscious directives over and over and over again. So that being said, how do you do that? How do you change it, right? How do you change the subconscious beliefs? How do you manage your mind in such a way that you then start seeing progress? It's difficult because, like I had mentioned in a past podcast, affirmations as they are structured right now don't work unless you've done the subconscious work. Once you've done the subconscious work, then there's fertile soil for your affirmations to grow. Then your mind starts believing, oh, maybe I did have it wrong that time. I feel less strong about that than I do about now this new thought, this new exciting, more uplifting thought and emotion that goes with it. But what everyone seems to miss, and we just had a conversation about this in my Be a Body Psychic course last Friday, the hardest part about all of this is being able to really step back and observe your mind and how it functions objectively. No one knows how to do that. It's very hard. It's like, when you're taking the meditation course and they're saying, just free your mind of all of those thoughts. And you're thinking, how do I do that? That's exactly what I need to learn, but you're not teaching me that. Or if, like my favorite was when I was trying to learn how to scuba dive. And the scuba instructor was like, oh, no worries, dude. We'll be going 30 feet, and then we'll be going 60 and then 100. You just tell me at any time, when you want to go. No one explained to me what the experience would be like, or that I would have all that pressure on my body and that I might freak out. So literally at 30 feet, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm out. I'm out of here. So these are things that, I find interesting. Yoga instructors and scuba diver instructors and people who are very passionate about, or meditation teachers, they're very passionate about what they teach. They're very good at what their personal practice is and doing it, but they kind of miss that gap of teaching someone else how to do it. So I'm going to just give you a little example, a brief little visualization, and let me know if you like the visualizations. We've been doing prayer in the past and meditations and visualizations. Sometimes they're hits, sometimes they're a miss. I think the one that we did with Carrie Ann Angrisani was very good. She helped a lot of people with dysmorphia. That was a beautiful one. But today we're just going to do an open-ended mindfulness visualization to allow your mind and body to speak to you directly, okay, your subconscious mind. And sometimes I use the term body mind in lieu of subconscious mind, because that's where we store a lot of our emotions. So, and I just want to point out two things. One, you can work on this from the outside in. So you can, work out, you can say mantras, you can have moving mantras, you can embody things that will help you change the subconscious mind, but probably not in the way that this kind of exercise can help you change your subconscious mind. So bear with me. And if you have a moment, listen in. If you don't, I understand. Come back maybe another time, okay? So you're going to take a long, slow, deep inhale and exhale. And allow your shoulders to drop. And as you breathe, I want you to feel your abdomen moving out as you inhale and in as you exhale, as all those muscles contract around the lungs and compress them so the air expels from your brain and your mouth. And you're going to relax your body with every breath and see the sun shining down on top of your head, very, very brilliantly, very brightly, clearly lighting up all the little synaptic connections throughout your mind, relaxing your brain, relaxing your ears. And as you inhale, the light flows down now like a thick, warm honey, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your throat, releasing tension in the back of the neck, relaxing your shoulders, flowing down into your arms like a waterfall of that thick, warm honey. Feeling your chest drop a little bit, feeling the weight of your body sink more deeply into the chair beneath you. Inhale again. Exhale and allow that light-filled honey to flow down now through your lungs, down into your stomach, through your spinal column. And inhale. Exhale and feel the light flow down now into your hips, through the lower back, into your pelvis, and rush through your hips down into your knees, spilling into your calves, your shins. Each breath you take, you go a little bit deeper, more and more relaxed, more and more deep. You inhale again. Exhale and the light flows down now into your ankles, into your feet. And as you sit and relax, you feel the weight of your body completely supported, completely relaxed. Every little bone and muscle and tendon is dropping a little bit lower, a little more relaxed. You're breathing deeply. And the light permeates every cell of your body, bringing more and more deeply relaxed muscles, heavier and heavier and heavier. As you inhale, exhale, and release and relax a little more deeply, a little more deeply, even more deeply. In this state, I want you to imagine that you're walking into your heart with your conscious awareness, dropping your awareness down into your heart. Breathing deeply, release all tension around the heart. And in this space, I want you to imagine that your heart is a book. And you open the book. And in the book, there's one word. Just make a mental note of what that word is, how you feel about the book, how you feel about the energy around the heart as the book opens. Breathing deeply and evenly, releasing all tension, all stress. Ask any question you want in your heart. And if your heart has a voice, allow it to answer you. If it doesn't, turn another page in the book. Allow the book to speak to you. And if you have a blank page, try to imagine if a color were coming out at you. What color would the page be? And then ask the book in your heart if there's anything else you should know about what's in your subconscious mind and your heart. And then when you have the opportunity, take another long, slow, deep inhale. Exhale. And allow your conscious awareness to gradually come back into this room, back into your seat, back into your body, and bring your awareness back up into your mind. And bring your awareness into this conversation. So part of that exercise you can actually do for longer and longer periods of time. And it will help you grow a practice of concentration, but also giving you cues and insights to what's happening in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind acts out frequently in a physical manner. So what we're trying to do is give the subconscious mind a conversation, a way to express itself without physically acting out. And when we get that conversation going, we're actually engaging in a part of our soul that very often doesn't have a voice. So for instance, if you dropped into that part of your heart and you felt sorrow there right away, you may want to kind of delve deeper and see if you find pictures of what the sorrow is about, or find people that the sorrow is about. And then you can have that conversation. Well, I want to feel better about this. How can I feel better about this? And then allow your body, mind to express how to handle it. These are conversations that most people would attempt to do on their own. So that's why I created the superconscious conversation for my clients, so that I could lead them there. But it goes in more depth and detail beyond just having your body express, or your body mind, that subconscious part of you, express something that needs attention. I go into a superconscious conversation that allows us to address it fully, and bring it out of your subconscious focus, and we put something more productive back in there if it's a negative emotion. If it's a positive emotion, you're all good. You shouldn't have any problems manifesting what you want. And, essentially you could say your life is really, really great from the inside out. But if it's not that way, if you're finding yourself, like I said, repeating the same mistakes or manifesting the same problems, or you're experiencing a lot of difficulty, if you give a value to a goal and how difficult it is to accomplish, the value could be 1, not difficult at all, like easy, you just implement it right away and start heading towards your goal, or 10 being the most difficult to accomplish your goal. Then you're going to have to do things like the subconscious conversation or that visualization that I just led you through, so you can start to get information about how to handle moving forward with your goals. So what I find is, and like I said, I've mentioned this in past podcasts, that as a personal trainer and a psychic, I give numerous assessments. There's actually 5 altogether, I think, that I give. And in that process, I ask a lot about, the personal life experience. Like, are you happy? Or do you feel, that you're understood, that you feel heard? Do you feel confident? Do you feel energized by the goal? Do you feel scared most of the time? Do you feel sad most of the time? So when people fill these forms out, very often they paint a very, very positive picture. Oh, I have a great life. I'm very thankful and grateful for everything in my life. But I don't know why I can't lose weight. Let's just make that one of the many goals that we may have in our lifetime. And what I find is that that underlying subconscious feeling isn't accessible in these types of assessments. It's only accessible when you're doing this kind of a visualization that I just described to you, or when you're working with a professional like myself who's studied behavior. I'm a behavior specialist through NASM. I'm also a certified personal trainer. I'm a metabolic technician. So you want to work with someone who has a little bit of that background so they can speak to the physiology of what's going on in your body, mind. That being said, goals are attainable if you notice how in that state, in that visualization state, your body was so relaxed and you were in such a state or a place of not caring about the outcome, which sounds counterproductive, doesn't it? It sounds counterintuitive to not care about the outcome, but that's the only safe place that you're going to get real information from the subconscious mind. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Because when your conscious mind has too much of a say in what the subconscious is going to say, then it's still going to control the outcome. You cannot create something new without changing who you are. And if who you are needs to control the outcome all the time, you're not going to get good advice. You're going to get the same thing over and over and over again. So instead of trying to change, who you are physically or emotionally or mentally, by utilizing, like I said, the affirmations in another podcast, I mentioned how affirmations don't work. There's a reason for that. And it's because we haven't addressed the subconscious mind. So you want to get opportunities that you can address the subconscious mind over and over and over again. You need practice at it, which is why, again, I created Be a Body Psychic. And that course is not just to learn how to be more psychic, although that is a byproduct. It is self-discovery. It is all about who you are now. That's the first week. The second week is what's preventing you from getting your goals. Then we use that information and plug it into the third week. That's the second week. What's stopping you from getting your goals? The third week, we plug in that information into the aligning flow visualization. And the fourth week, we wrap it all up into a beautiful package of, I know myself better than anyone else. I know how to speak with my subconscious mind and my conscious mind to get the results I want. And I've created a beautiful practice for meditation and visualizations. And I'm connected. I'm connected spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. All of that is connected. At the end of the day, I'll also say that many of the participants in my Be a Body Psychic course are actually so confident in their abilities that they themselves have gone on to charge for psychic readings. So for me, it's a win-win-win-win. You cannot leave the subconscious mind out of any equation, whether it's goal attainment or anything you do, making your relationships better or finding the career you really want and need in your life. So why not put that into your practice? Meditation by itself is beautiful. That's listening, right? That's listening to guidance from the other side. That's listening to our higher conscious. We also have to pay attention to the subconscious beliefs that we've experienced. Higher conscious and our spiritual guidance is fantastic if we're already in communication with our subconscious beliefs. So consider those details when you're moving forward and you're trying to attain your goals. And you will find that these practices are actually far more effective. I think I mentioned a couple of podcasts ago, I had a client say this was better than 10 years of therapy. And I do believe that. I do not engage in something I haven't tried, haven't researched, don't know anything about. I would never attempt to teach you something that I don't understand fully. So if I believe in this, and I'm a very tough critic, I will be the first to say, I'm not buying into this. If there's a way that I can get out of looking at any ad on television, on any website, I do that. I'm tough. I do not read every single email. Sorry. But I am a skeptic in many ways, and I had to prove things to myself. And this is what I have discovered and proved, is that your subconscious mind, no doubt about it, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. A lot of psychologists out there have written books about how the subconscious mind will sabotage you time and time again. So it's important to know how to communicate with the subconscious mind. That being said, if you are interested in experiencing my body scan, you can always text body-scan to 33777, and you will get a free download, or directions to get a free download of my body scan, which is a little more in-depth than what we just did here. You can also, if you wanted to, you can also visit my website, and you can see, excuse me, you can see not just the body scan information, but the segment I did for the doctors. There's also a lot of other great information on there. My blogs are very informative. After working in the fitness and weight loss and wellness industries for 30 years, you get to know a thing or two. So I have blogs in there about metabolism, about diet, exercise, as well as if you're in the right gym, if you need guidance and assistance about why COVID exists, it's all in the blog. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm very, very grateful for your presence in my life. You motivate me. You motivate me to do things that I've always wanted to do, and I'm thrilled to supply information. If you have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to contact me here or on my website, mindbodymastery.org. And you can reach me anywhere at Nicole's MBM on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And happy Women's Day. I hope all of you who are women have enjoyed it or are enjoying it. I know it's belated, but have a great week, and I'll see you Thursday at 1 o'clock. I think I do a free live reading, psychic reading. So if you want a free live psychic reading, also contact me for that as well. Okay. Good job. All right. Have a great day.